Good morning, everyone. So today is June 15, the day that we are flying to Jakarta. And this morning was pretty hectic, just to say the least. So let me catch you guys up on something. If you guys saw the last videos, you guys saw that we came from Da Nang to Ho Chi Minh. We spent one night, and today is our international flight. However, what I didn't tell you guys is that when we got to Ho Chi Minh is the day that we decided we're going to purchase our quarantine hotel. In order for you to stay in Jakarta, by government law, you have to book a quarantine hotel for up to 5 days. Now, we knew about this, but because of many flight cancellations in Da Nang, we decided to wait till we get to Ho Chi Minh to make sure that we are here, and then we can book the specific quarantine days. Now, yesterday, we sent an email to one of the hotels we were ready to go to, and then we found out that that hotel is fully booked last minute. So again, we did everything last minute, but this morning we woke up, we're emailing many other hotels trying to see if we can get a quarantine stay, and we finally got one. So just to give you guys some advice, make sure you book your quarantine hotel early, and then keep in contact with the hotel just in case there are any changes with your flight, so that you don't have to do everything last minute like us. So yeah, now we're just on our way out. We're just packing everything right now, going to check out the hotel and head to the airport. So I'll see you guys there. Guys, we made it. So we are finally on a plane from Ho Chi Minh to Singapore, and before we even got on the plane, there was so much to do. There's an e-hack form that you have to do, which is like another declaration, just like immigration purposes, and that form is not allowing us to do. There was so many issues with it at first, but we finally got it done. Another thing is that we had to have a flight out of Jakarta, which I don't understand why, but we had to book that even though our visa allows us to stay there for 6 months. So I have to understand that whole process, but this was something that I had to book last minute. Plus, by doing that, it made us 30 minutes late. So we were just rushing. We finally got to the terminal. When we got to the terminal, we literally had about 15 minutes to finalize everything, do the e-hack form, and now we're boarding, and the flight is leaving in 3 minutes. I will tell you guys more about it when I get to the hotel and everything is sorted out, but a lot to do. Hello guys, so we just landed in Singapore right now, and they just took us to a holding area. So once you walk in, there's this huge room that they scan your temperature, and then you just sit here and wait. We were so confused because we did not see our boarding airline. However, they're gonna call you when your flight is ready, and it's funny because for us, our flight is literally in 1 hour, so the boarding is in 5 minutes. So we decided to stay really close to the gate just in case they call us. Only one more flight till we arrive, babe. Let's do it. Oh, also, I didn't tell you guys, they gave us those green ribbons. Everybody who's wearing that is for transit. So on your boarding pass, it will say transit on it very big in red, and we had to sit in a line and walk through from our terminal all the way to this holding area with this, and we were escorted here. Once we got here, they checked our passport and our boarding pass for the future flights, and then they will call us when we get ready. So yeah, one more flight till we get to Jakarta. Sorry.
This girl is next to us, and she, right now it's 3 o'clock. She has a flight at midnight, so she has 9 hours
to stay
in this
here.
area.
Yeah, you cannot leave in this
man.
holding area. So there's a bathroom here, and it's just regular seating area like I showed you. So you have to stay here. So I'm glad I took this option, because yeah, you're gonna be here by yourself.
If we had picked the 20-hour layover option, that's
And I
you
thought,
wouldn't even be going to a hotel.
No, you wouldn't.
Oh,
I thought you could go and walk around the airport, because I know Singapore airport is pretty. So I was like, oh, maybe we can go walk around, and you know. I
wanted to give them a tour.
Yeah, especially of the waterfall. I heard there's a waterfall inside. So I was excited about that, but yeah, I'm so glad we took the quick option, because yeah. Oh, they're boarding. Okay guys, we finally made it. We arrived in Jakarta. However, this was a long journey, so let me just catch you guys up. I believe I left you guys off when we were in Singapore staying in the waiting room. So after that, we got escorted to our terminal. In order for us to go to the terminal, we had to go to security check again, and then after that we got on the flight, no problem. Now when you arrive to Jakarta is when it gets a bit complicated. So now, I already told you guys all the steps that you have to do before coming here, getting your e-visa, your PCR test. You also had to book a quarantine hotel early, so you have a confirmation from the hotel that you are booked here. So those are the things you have to do. And then on top of that, you have to do the evac form. So that form is another health declaration that will have a scan code. When you arrive to the airport, they're going to scan it. So when we got to Jakarta, many steps happen on top of that. So when you get out the airport, the first thing we did is went to this line, and they gave us another form to fill out just to double check where we were going to the airport. We fill out the form, you say where you're coming from, what hotel you're staying at, you make another line. When we get through that line, they have to check the code of your evac. So you have to open the app if you took it, or you take a screenshot of the code, the barcode that they sent you, and show it to them. They scan it, look at you, ask you for your name, make sure it's you, and then you go through the line again. And then you go to stop 3. Stop 3 is where you give them that paper that they had you fill out at the beginning. You give it to them. They also need your PCR test. They will double check, because at the bottom of that form it asks if your PCR test is valid. So they're gonna check for those 3 days, 72 hours, as you guys know, for it to be valid. So it will check, they will circle yes or no, and then they will also say if you have a place to stay. So once they have that, they will stamp it, and now you go to actual immigration. So we go to immigration. You have to give them obviously your visa, you give them your passport, regular things, and then they take your pictures, scan your prints, and then now you head to baggage claim. After baggage claim, you head out, and at that exit is where you're going to find the hotel waiting for you. Now you think you're out the airport and it's easy, but no, you're not. I don't know if I was able to film as much because there was a lot of security there, a lot of people. I didn't want to just film. I wanted to make sure that we can go through and do what we want to do, especially after a long day. But you get to this area right before the exit, and there's a lot of people waiting for buses, waiting for hotels, because the hotel has to come and pick you up, and the security will not let you leave unless you have a quarantine hotel pickup. So we get there, we ask for information to see if our hotel was there. We found them. Once we found them, we went through the exit. They had to take our passport. They verified with their list, make sure we were on the list. Then we went through security again. They're gonna check our passport and make sure that we're with them. We get out of there, we go through the main outside area. That one is where we wait for the bus. So after we checked with them is when we had the final checkout, which is when we went with them. They had our passport. They took pictures of our passport and kept the passport there, went through security, and that's when you're finally out the airport. Just to show you guys, like, this is a long process. I'm so glad we did it all in one day, and we're finally here at the hotel, and we're gonna spend the 5 nights here. Probably gonna have dinner very soon and then just call it a night. So thank you so much, you guys, for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.